Hi guys, how are you doing today? This is Unpacking here from unpacking.com, and guess what I have in store for you? Yes, you've been hearing about it, you've been watching lots of YouTube videos about it, and yes, this is just going to be another wonderful review video about the new Oculus Quest 2. But let's start with the unpacking, shall we? So for that, we're going to require some very sophisticated equipment. How do we start? Huh? Why do they put so much plastics on things? Okay. Now, you see what I got here is the 256 gigabyte version, the best of the best. Or at least the most expensive. And let's see. Pleasantly made in cotton, so quite sustainable. Let's have a look here. What do we have? Ooh. Okay. Quite minimalistic. As you can see, the Oculus Quest itself feels quite nice, actually. Oh, that's for the glasses. Going to need it, I think. And these are just huge. Pack everything else. 1, 2, and 3, whatever that means. Right, now that we got it out of the way, let's exactly see what's in the package. So we talked about these. These are the pads. This is the glasses spacer. So that's great. As I said, I'm going to need it. Guess this is going to be a nice charging cable. No link cable comes included. Yeah, it all feels like a premium, very minimalistic, premium Apple-like experience, if you will. The packaging looks really like, and there's not much instruction other than, actually this is the safety and warranty guide, not gonna need that, and reference guide, which is, ooh, look at that, wow, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to finish it. This is the instruction guide. So the touch controllers that we have here, and USB-C, the goggles, it's all embedded in this carton. Now, I've been reading about all these straps. A lot of people complain actually about the feel rather than the quality. These things are to protect the lenses. Yeah, no sunlight on lenses. How would you do that anyway? Let me try it on without goggles first, without glasses first. Let's see. Oh, I know it's not charged. Okay, so I'm not able to see anything because I didn't turn it on yet. But the first impression is that is quite, well, it's a bit too tight. It's really pressing on my forehead, and I got a big forehead. So what I'm going to do here is to loosen it up a bit and see if that works better. Now, completely dark, guys, but it's okay. It's actually feeling quite comfortable. The problem now is that I've touched with my forehead the lenses, so no direct sunlight, but a lot of forehead sweat or something. Doesn't really look nice. Now, what they should have probably put in here, I know some do, is one of those tissues made of fabric, cotton actually, usually, that you can use to rinse the lenses. It's not here. Okay, so, oh, look at this. I need to remove that as well. Another piece of paper. You can see the environmental cameras here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's quite soft, but it's quite pleasant to the touch. And even this one, I'm not going to need. Right. Okay. Now, honestly, I also did order the premium, holder. This has not come yet. I think what I need to do here is first to remove these without destroying it, that is, which it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do anytime soon. So let's try. Always been struggling with this thing, so why shouldn't we be able to do that? Sorry, we've got family around who's, I guess they're probably jealous that they cannot try it. But then again, they're watching Aladdin over there. Okay, so something is coming out. Something is coming out. I know they should be pretty painless. This is my first Oculus Quest, by the way. So I cannot and I will not perform any comparative review of the new Oculus Quest 2 versus the first version of the Oculus Quest. Oh, came off quite easily. What I will do instead is give you my impression as a newcomer to this technology, not completely actually. I've bought, quite easy to slot in. The first VR headset that I bought, let's call it VR headset, I don't know if many of you would call it that, was the Oculus Go. It was quite cheap. It was a way for me to do something else during the lockdown, try it out again, and it's now too tight. But now I guess it's not just a matter of this one, it's a matter of loosening this one. And I can tell you, the impressions that I've got from the Oculus Go was what was convinced me that we're going in the right direction with this technology. Oculus is really moving on the right steps. I got a bargain, pretty much in Swiss francs. I'm living in Switzerland. The first Oculus Go I got back in March for roughly 130 francs, which to today's currency would be anywhere around $120. And it was very, very comfortable, very easy to use. Independent headset, and I'm fidgeting here with this stuff because I'm not really understanding what I should do. Perhaps I shouldn't do anything here really. And so, but if I do like that, that'll just become, perhaps that. Oh yeah, oh my head. Okay, and now what I probably should do, with or without glasses, is this. I don't, no, it's going to fall off. It's going to fall off. It's going to fall off. Not going to be able to do that like that. So, it doesn't close this. Why? It doesn't close. Why? Riches. That's how it's done. So you see, it's quite intuitive actually, even for somebody like me. But pretty much what you need to do once you put it on your head, you can adjust it manually by just, doing like that, all that, and it's done. Now, let's switch modes, let's load these things up, and let's switch gears to perform a review of how it works. See you in a bit. Alright guys, so for those of you who've never seen or used an Oculus Quest or Go, this is the home screen. This is just gorgeous. I do remember my impression when I got the Oculus Go the first time. It sounded really impressive. You see here, I'm just navigating and browsing through. But these guys is really obnoxious. This new level of detail. And I'd say it's not just the quality of the textures, but it's really the level of detail. The impression to be an environment that is alive is really gorgeous. No video would make justice until you actually get to a VR headset. Now, you see how the gamepads are tracked. You see here this big terrace. Let's have a quick look over here at what the menu offers, if you will. Yeah, so what you can see here, this is really the home screen, some functionalities like settings. I mean, it's pretty easy to navigate. This is the place where you would start setting up your Guardian. This is one of the coolest features. Unfortunately, and I don't know why, the recording function in the VR headset, the one that I'm using now to shoot this video, is not showing the Guardian wall that effectively you see when you are wearing the headset
when you are getting near it or too near it, it's really great functionality. It avoids that you just stumble upon objects and furniture. You can, I mean, it gives a lot in terms of freedom of movement and to the sense of really being in a live virtual world. If you, you see the area that actually I've designed for me is pretty big. You cannot see that obviously, but when I shot this video, I was able to see that. And this environment gives me the sense that it could be walkable, because I managed to just walk through pretty much all the menus and get pretty close to the edge there. I think that one of the next tests that I'd like to do is to see how big of an area I managed to draw with my Guardian and look over the terrace over there. But you see here, I mean, just reaching there is gorgeous. Then I take a walk around. And guys, again, not wearing the headset means that you cannot possibly see and feel, but I tell you, the experience is awesome. The contrast, the colors, the lighting, it all adds up. And the motion of the different objects. You see here, I'm just walking like I was in my patio. And actually, that'd be a very nice patio to have, I'd say. The barbecue, plants. What is that? A tree over there. One of the coolest things as I'm walking here, you see these steps here? You really have to feel like you're going to stumble upon them and this rock. But the fact that I'm able to walk through that, of course, it's, I mean, the brain needs to adjust to that. It's not automatic. And as you're getting close to the edge there, you can see the scenario and the panorama. So pretty big. It makes you want to walk through. I think this is really the next frontier. To be able to give freedom of movement that just goes beyond a few square meters. Now back to the menu. This is the functionality that I just showed you. That's where you find it. I think it's very, very cool, very, very useful, pretty easy to set up. And the cameras are going to help you draw that, because as you will draw it, you will make use of the cameras that are in front of the Oculus Quest headset and be able to effectively draw with your gamepad. Now, I'm not going to go into any paid game. This is a great one that I'm going to get one. But I think that for a starter, since some of these games are pretty expensive, this comes at almost $30 or $29.90. It might be well worth it, don't get me wrong. But I think you might want to get a sense first as to what is there for a budget and even free. So my decision is not to purchase anything for the moment and to explore free functionalities, productivity, games, and demos. So there's a lot of demos that make you appreciate whether something that's coming up is really good for you or not. Because some of these, apart from, you find many reviews of Walking Dead Sentence Sinners over the YouTube, so you can make up your own mind. You don't need my review. I will probably do that as soon as I grab my hands on it, but I don't feel the need for the moment. There's lots of free stuff that you can grab. You can see here the two game pads, then navigating here the people. You can add your friends, notifications that the system gives you. You can set up what kind of notifications you can have, social, the system notifications, the downloads. I've downloaded a few things over here, all of them free, and I will review them, all of them separately, because they're really, really cool. There is one thing, though, that I want to show you, right? And it's the first steps for Oculus Quest 2. This is gorgeous. Wait until it opens up. This is effectively the first application. It's preloaded onto the Oculus Quest, and it's the first application you should as well load as soon as you put your headset on. You're immersed immediately into this wonderland that feels Tron-like. Of course, computer design, but it's so live, so immersive, and the sound, guys, the sound is amazing. I'm not wearing an external headset. I'm using the Oculus Quest 2 speakers, and the binaural dimensional sound is awesome. It makes a very good job. It's loud, it's clear, and it gives you a surround sound like nothing. Now I'm going to walk over here because my the area of my Guardian is pretty big. So let's have it load out. Oh, I think I need to walk over there. Let me walk over there. Boom. You cannot see my feet, of course. I cannot. And yeah, the dawn. We're about to receive some instructions.
Welcome to Oculus.
Oh, yeah.
After
Thank
this
you.
tutorial, you'll be ready to explore.
Oh. Tell me more. Tell me more.
First, let's get familiar with the Guardian system.
Right. That's what I told you about before,
Look
guys.
around you. This grid wall is the Guardian system.
Now, she speaks about a Guardian and the grid wall that you
when you're
are not
near
able
the
to
Guardian
see,
system, the
only
grid
if
will
you wear
appear.
the headset.
Let's try this now.
But pretty much imagine
Slowly
a wall
walk to
all
the glowing
around you,
beacon. Stop when the
and
grid
the
appears in
moment
front of
you
you.
walk too close to near to
This
the
grid shows the
obstacle
boundaries of your
and the
play
boundaries
area.
that you've set
Don't move or
beginning,
reach beyond it.
this is going to show. This is going to show highlighted in red,
Look around you. Stand in the glowing footprints on the
and
ground.
it's just going to be so natural.
Face the screen.
Yeah, face the screen. What's happening? Let's try. You see my fingers? I'm moving the fingers, guys.
It's time to learn about your Oculus Touch controllers.
Yeah.
Now, try pressing all of the glowing buttons with
Boom.
your thumbs.
Click.
Try moving the thumbsticks around.
Let's do that.
The thumbsticks can also be pressed like buttons. Press them in until you feel them click.
Click, click.
Next, use your index fingers to squeeze the triggers
I'm
on
actually
your
moving
controllers.
my finger, guys, and you
Locate
can
the
see
grip
the movement
buttons and squeeze
replicated
them
into
with
the
your
virtual
middle
environment.
fingers.
This is not actually tracking the movement of the fingers.
Now let's see what your
It's
virtual
rather
hands can
tracking
do.
the movement of the fingers on the buttons. Now the cool part. Yes. Full
To make a
hands.
fist, squeeze the grip with your middle finger and
Yeah.
hold it down.
Okay. I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
To point, keep squeezing the grip and just
Hey.
lift your index
Finger.
finger.
Finger
Now use
pointing.
your
I'm
index
finger pointing.
finger to push the button in front of you.
It's like moving your first steps into the world. It's effectively
To
it.
pick up an object, squeeze and hold the grip button with your
Let me
middle
take
finger.
this
Try
cube.
reaching out and grabbing one of these
Yeah,
blocks.
take this one.
Release the grip button to drop it.
Oh. Oh.
Your virtual
again.
hands can
Throw
do just
it.
about anything. Go ahead.
Throw
Play with
it,
some
throw
of
it.
these items.
Yeah, I'm throwing things, stuff around. Yeah. Yeah. You. Ping pong. Oof. Away with you. Oh, my favorite. Paper, planes, and one
Looks
more.
like you're getting the hang of it.
Yeah,
Here's a few more to try.
and look at that, you can remote control this Hindenburg over here. Oh, let it collide, go to the bottom. Yeah, go, 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 go. Oh, it's coming! Boom! Away! Oh, another one. Oh. Hold grip with middle finger to grab. Now, I'm going to pull and release to launch this rocket. Look at that. It really is a weird feeling while you're doing that, because you are not really able to feel all the feelings on your skin, the touch, but there is some haptic feedback that the gamepads are giving, which is honestly quite
ready
nice.
to explore some new
Yeah,
VR worlds,
yeah, this could do a
insert
lot
the
for my
cartridge into the
fitness.
console.
Stop you. And this, oh, that reminds me of the Nintendo. Let's put this in. This is actually, it's both a tutorial and a game. You can come back to these and play anytime. The game here is quite cool. That's the basic foundation of any gaming experience. Point and shoot, but in virtual reality. Press some buttons to select the, let's take the machine gun. Oh yes, baby. Let's grab it. Oh, stop. I'm not used to that. Weird feeling, oh, the weirdest of feelings, guys, because you're effectively holding with your two hands something that your brain is expecting to be a hard piece, a unique piece of metal, but it's not. Your hands are just independent and not really gripping on anything. It's quite fun, and it's difficult because I Actually, I'm handling it the opposite way I should. My right hand should be to the front to use as aim. But still, I'm not doing that bad. This is quite a complex tutorial, I would say, but a fun one. And as I was saying before, this is really how VR experience should be immersive. And people are not going to be indulged to get into VR if, one, the price tag is not right, and two, if there's no real difference or reason to do that. And one of the main reasons is people these days are spending their money, spending lots of time on the technology gadgets is gaming, entertainment, or TV. But this is so much more than a gadget, guys. This is a new way to experience reality and digital content. A bit like the Matrix. Ooh, let me go. See? I walked over the edge. This big is the area that I have drawn for my guardian. Now I'm walking back safely. You see how much I'm walking, guys? This really gives... the cool thing in the graphics here is that the more you walk, the textures do not lose quality, really. Yeah, let's go away. Pull out. Let's try something else. Let's show you something else.
When you're ready to explore another virtual world, insert the cartridge into the console.
Okay. Let's try. Boom. Boom. Something's about to happen. Insert awful plugs. I feel like an electrician. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Oh, disco dance. Is this monster? Mr. Alien, hi. Hello. Hello, Mr. Alien, hi. Okay, yeah, alright. Let's dance. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, come on. Hop, hop, hop. I'm actually doing that with my fingers, which is incredible to see. Oh, move your hands. Yes, I am. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Go, 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 go. No. It's pretty fun, guys, because all of your body is... Get down, getting down. All of your body is involved in this. You're actually getting a good move here. Might do well to my fitness level. And to yours, perhaps. Yeah, give me a hand. Let's dance, baby. Ooh, spin round. Yes. Come back. Come back, Mr. Alien. Or Miss Alien, I'm not really sure. But we're having fun dancing. That's the important thing. Yoo-hoo! Headache, anyone? Yeah. Let's make you spin again. Spin your partner. Yoo-hoo! Yeah, freestyle finish. Yeah. Yes, my pose. Alright, thumbs up, guys. Thumbs up. Yes, you too. Bravo. No, thanks, but no thanks. Let's get back. Away with you. It's feeling so natural. You hardly...
When you're ready to leave this tutorial, insert the exit cartridge.
Yeah, that's the exit cartridge. Oh, I think we're done here.
You've got the basics down. Time to explore all that VR has to offer. Have fun.
And the transitions are so smooth. You hardly have any problem at all. I'd imagine that you would have, your brain would have a lot more difficult time to adjust if the transitions were so abrupt, which they're not. So it's very cleverly done. So as you see here, there's lots of other free stuff that I've downloaded. But what amazes me is really, and that's for me the difference between the Oculus Go, that's the only reference I've got, to this one, it's a quantum leap in terms of quality. Look at that, you can see the trees there, the leaves are moving, the shadows, the lights, and it all adds up. The chairs are rocking there. It's really, really great. It feels alive, and it's so soothing. I mean, this thing could do a lot also for relaxation purposes. Really, really well done. It makes you want to get there and have a sit. So realistic it is. And I'm sure that would we have a big enough area, you'd be able to walk right to that table, right to the edge of that terrace, to those plants. Ah, gorgeous. Now, let's have a look back here. What do we have in the menu? Right, see, connection Wi-Fi. Record video, you can record a video, take a picture. It's quite neat features, very easy to do. The one thing that is also great is the Go Live feature. The real problem with that, not a problem, but a criticism, is that you can only stream directly. I'm not going to cast anything now, but you can cast. But if you wanted to stream live, the only platform you'd be able to do that on would be Facebook. You cannot go on YouTube or anywhere else. It's quite annoying, really, since the majority of the people, including me, who are publishing videos are doing that on YouTube. But I can well understand that Facebook wants to endorse their own platform. Now, another thing that I'm showing here that I found out only afterwards is that once your Oculus account is linked to your Facebook account, there is no way you can decouple them. And this is an issue for me because, as I'm highlighting here, you can only go live on Facebook. And unfortunately, when I did link my Oculus account to my Facebook account, I was logged in using a Facebook account that I'm not using that often. And now my challenge is, how do I actually link this account to the real Facebook account that I'm using on a day-to-day basis? I've searched for it a bit. There's not a real answer at the moment. The support site says that Oculus is looking into that to offer the possibility of linking the Oculus account to multiple Facebook accounts. I think this is definitely something needed, something I was not expecting, will not be here, but that is, guys, just be careful. If you're getting the Oculus Quest 2 or the Oculus Quest or the Oculus Go or any other Oculus product, just make sure that you are linking your Oculus account to the right Facebook account you want it to link to. Now, as I'm walking around, you can see, again, I'm still amazed by the level of realism. And I'm almost to the edge there. I could. And now the wall, my garden is over. I'm having windows in front of me. You cannot see them, but 10 centimeters here, I cannot go any further. It's really amazing. So all in all, guys, the only thing I can say is this experience is, for me, astounding. Quantum leap versus what I was used to. Definitely something that will keep me coming back. Lots of content, lots of free content as well that I'm going to explore. And there's a lot of productivity tools that I'm going to try out as well. You can see here that's my avatar, which is actually looking much better than I do. You can change your appearance. And who's never dreamed of, you see, it's actually recording my labial. I don't know why it's doing that. And because I'm talking, here's me talking through the microphone. Oh, another thing, when you're recording video, this is not going to, the audio is not going to be recorded into the video. This is only going to be used during live sessions, which you're going to use with your other opponents or friends on social platforms and other games on the Oculus. All right, now it's time for us to get back and make a quick summary of all this. Is it convincing? Is it not? What do I think? And what's next?
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the quick intro into the Oculus Quest 2. There's really not much more about it to say. I mean, it's easy to use, incredibly easy to set up. You're going to find yourself very comfortable using it since the very first few seconds, I would say. I actually have to admit that after I took it off, after having played around for a bit more than 20-30 minutes, I had the feeling that I was still in a virtual reality environment. It took a few moments to my brain to readjust to the real environment, especially when navigating my hands. I felt like my hands were still attached to the gamepad. It's a very, very weird feeling that you're probably going to feel as well, but it's nothing concerning. I think it's just something that you're going to get used to. The weight is very reasonable. The only thing that I would say, even though this is more light than the Oculus Quest, apparently, the feeling that I had after 20 minutes was of a weight to the front, something that didn't happen before, at least with my Oculus Go. But I'm waiting to review as well the Elite strap that it's still to come to me. I've ordered it, and these are probably the greatest thing as well. The feeling of freedom and the feeling of, you can see here, I mean, they really have a lot of buttons here and there, and they have a haptic feedback. That means that whenever you interact with an object, if the program is programmed well, you're going to feel a haptic feedback response on your hands, which is augmenting. It's really increasing the feeling of of reality. Now, I guess that they're a bit big. The circles here are a bit big. I think they have been done to avoid that you know, when you're doing movements like these, your hands get together. But this is exactly what's going to happen. When you're going to perform movements, when both your hands are required, you're definitely more than often going to find yourself, boom, doing like that. Because there's no way from a virtual reality environment that you can tell the effective size of these things. That said, another cool thing that I've noticed is that there is touch response on pretty much all the buttons. Doesn't matter how simple this button can feel. If you are actually not even pressing, but just touching lightly any of the button, your virtual hands are going to recognize that. That's why these gamepads are able to track the movements of your hands. And when you're actually seeing your finger doing like that in the virtual reality space, it's because it's doing that, or like that, or like that, or like this, right? Becoming a fist. Now, it's really cool. They're really well done. I like the feel and touch. It's not the most premium plastics, but it's not very cheap either. It's not really cheap. The audio, you've seen that. The audio is incorporated into these bands, lateral bands over here. So you're going to see the sound. You're going to hear the sound coming back from here, and on the other side, equally here. It's actually a very good, very well done spatial sound. All in all, wearing it with the glasses, I wish I didn't have to wear glasses, but here it is. The spacer helped. The spacer that I installed helped. The only real problem with that is that you want that room, you want the room that you're going to be using your Oculus Quest 2 in to be dark, or at least very dimly lit. Because especially if you're wearing glasses like me, if you're going to install a spacer, this space over here, just to the top of your nose over here, it's going to have a little window open, and you're going to have to see some light coming through. It's not that much of a nuisance, it just sometimes spoils a bit the effect and the immersion in the virtual reality space, but it's totally fine. It didn't cause me any problem. It's just the occasional moment I was looking down that actually I could see that. And you could see also these cameras are working like a charm whenever I was getting out of the Guardian space. I did pay for these in Swiss francs, 499 Swiss francs for the 256 gigabytes version.
Now, as I'm reading my Oculus Quest 2 sales invoice here, I did also order the Quest 2 Elite strap with battery and carrying case. I really went for the full Monty here for an additional 139 Swiss francs. That is pretty much, you know, convert one-on-one from Swiss francs to US dollar. Now, is that a lot of money? That is not cheap, okay? But I'd say if you're looking to buy a console, something that really can grant you fun in a very new way, and I've only been considering the Xboxes so far, the PlayStations of this world. These are likely going to be as expensive, if not more. And you have to think that this thing here has 256 gigabytes. I could have gone for the cheaper one for 399 Swiss francs, and that would have had, if I'm not mistaken, 64 gigabytes. But I said, darn, you know, I'm going to download a lot of things here. I'm going to download a lot of things, and this is going to get full pretty fast. So you don't want to start playing around and going around, uninstalling stuff, reconfiguring your space. That's something you don't really want to think about. So it's great, and I'm going to use it for casting. I'm going to use it for recording. I'm going to use it for live. But again, this is perhaps for me the biggest criticism at the moment, that you are forced. Not that much that you're forced to use Facebook to log in, even though I described the issues that I'm having now that I found out, to unlink my Oculus account from the wrong Facebook account that I've linked it to. And now apparently there is no automatic or self-made way for me to get back to neither my Facebook account nor to my Oculus account to undo that link and link my Oculus account to the real you know, Facebook account I would like to have it linked with. But these all said, you know, the fact that you cannot use other tools to go live, like on YouTube, which is the platform to beat at the moment for video content creation and consumption. But I guess, of course, that's why Facebook is trying to do that. It's something annoying. I'm not really sure whether any other third-party application would come with APIs that would be allowed by Facebook to actually do that. I surely hope so. I mean, we're living in a world of open innovation, but I do understand Facebook wanting to protect the platform and you know, make really sure that their own offerings can grow on that one. That said, do I recommend it? This is my first serious VR headset, and I think I can blindly recommend it. If you have the money to spend, I mean, gone are the days, and I think that's to the benefit of you and me, guys. Oculus have gone a long way in producing products that are really impressive. Impressive in terms of construction quality, impressive in terms of functionality, capability, and the software is almost as seamless as the hardware. And the great connection, the feeling of interaction that you get having, the seamless interaction between the hardware and the software is what makes this virtual reality space possible in such an easy way and enjoyable way. So yes, if you have the money, if you can spend that, I would personally even consider it very seriously as an alternative to an Xbox or PlayStation. I am not a big Xbox or PlayStation gamer, okay? And what I like is the enjoyment part. And I think that all in all, the graphics that are lower than in terms of quality than the ones that you can find on an Xbox or PlayStation are counterbalanced by the virtual reality effect. No video at the moment that I have done or that you will see from other people on YouTube, unless you're having one of these, is going to give you the real sense of what it means to be in a virtual reality space. My advice to you is, if you have the chance, go into a shop, and if they allow you to try one of these, if they have a demo product, do try it. I think that only then you will really be convinced that this is good for you, that this is really an exceptional thing. This product here for me marks the threshold between the old era of gaming and virtual reality into the new era of gaming, virtual reality, social interaction, productivity. I'm going to also review productivity tools, but you know, this is how you need to get into this space. Try and have fun, see what's possible, socialize, and honestly, I think Oculus is doing a pretty well job. I hope you enjoyed this review. Please interact, ask me questions here. I'm going to put some links if you want to explore them in my description. I wish you all the best, and please share your stories about your experiences with virtual reality. If you have something to share about your Oculus Quest 2 experience, I'll be really, really keen to hear that. I'll keep having fun posting the results of my experiences online with these, on other products, on other games, on other applications. And I'm wishing you all the best, guys. Have fun. Take care. Bye-bye.